she cared for me.
What did she do or say that gave you that impression?
The way she talked to me. Smiled.
We all remember our first heartbreak. She was just a rich girl trying to make her way through life, falling for a guy who her parents thought was trash. And he was just a simple worker boy, whose life was being torn apart by a war. His heart was full, but he just didn't see how it could work. As all of our collective hearts shattered into a million pieces, we all kind of felt like we were being lowered into hell's butthole itself by our Uncle Raj in his basement suite while he was ripping our hearts out. Uncle Raj was kind of a weird guy. He was into making artisanal bone jewelry. We don't really talk to him anymore. For a lot of young boys out there, though, the first heartbreak we have is when we think we're the shit in Smash and insta-pick Falco like a boss, only to get Falcon punched right back into kindergarten with that weak-ass shit. But the first real female human to break my heart happened when I was 15, young, dumb, and I thought I was deeply in love with this girl, only to find out that she just wasn't that into me. But that's okay, like, no one should have to change who they are just to impress someone else because then they'll like to fake you. Now, obviously, I didn't see it at the time, but I was an idiot before and after I got my heart broken. I just couldn't take a hint.
Say, more like 1 out of a million.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Learning that you shouldn't have to change yourself for someone else is such an important life lesson, because even if you do, you won't end up liking who you are anymore, and you'll be living a lie. You'll be making decisions that aren't true to yourself and end up miserable. Honestly, I'm happy that I got swerved on early on in my life. When people just don't appreciate you, or see you for you really are, it's important to remember that there is someone out there that will like everything about you, including your god-awful southern accent. I'm gonna drive my truck straight into my sister, mother, brother. Just a good old boy. Now obviously there's exceptions. If you're a big creepy dick, probably a chain sign. Now pretty much nothing is gonna change the fact that you probably feel like hot trash, and heartbreak is just kind of one of those things that it can make even the best of us do some crazy shit.
Ah! Oh my god! Oh jeez! Oh my god! Oh,
there can be so many different ways that a breakup can happen. Sometimes the person you thought you could trust the most in the entire world just turns out to be a completely different person. You can definitely feel lost in the world afterwards, not knowing your way, and no matter what happened, even if you got cheated on, manipulated, or it even turns out that in your anger, you were the one that killed her, you gotta fill up your time with some activities. Spending time with your friends, going to explore the city that you live in, or even just building bunk beds are all great ways to take your mind off what's really bothering you and actually give you the time to move on properly.
So many activities! Do step class? It's making my head spin how many activities we can do.
And even after all that, you still have to deal with your brain's awful, terrible, obsessive thoughts for super chill, really sick, so amazing, kinda ham amount of time that can set your brain on fire. Now that you have the Sam Smith, kind of stay with me vibe in your head, truthfully, they couldn't have even given you what you wanted in the first place, and you're better off looking for your lamb sauce elsewhere.
Where's the lamb sauce?
come on.
Hopefully, after finding yourself, you can have a new outlook on life and can take all the hits, because after getting to your lowest point, you kind of level up. Maybe you learned a thing or two about yourself and relationships, and it's important to remember that it's all a process towards becoming the best version of yourself. When there's billions of people out there, you don't have much to lose, so just get out there, have some fun, and don't worry so much.
I had a rough day, but that's life, it happens. Woke up on the dark side of my mattress. I guess I forgot to